everyone. This is the 9th video in a short series about how to play Pathfinder over Discord with the Wayfinder bot and character tool, and we're going to get into the Discord commands and linking our character that we've spent the past 8 videos creating to our Discord account so we can use them over chat. So the first thing we're going to do, and this word has come up a lot in our instructions, is import our character into Discord. So all of the commands you're going to use for Wayfinder are going to begin with an exclamation point, and then they're going to have a word. So we're going to type exclamation point import. And how to import your character is, we're going to switch back to our character tool real quick, and you're going to grab their whole URL up here. So it's going to be character.pf2.tools, and then this string of numbers, characters, and then this, their name right here. You're going to take the entire thing, you're going to copy it, switch back to your Discord, and paste it in. So you want exclamation point import and the URL. And then we get a message here from Wayfinder that says Tess Testerson, and the ID is that string of letters there, has been imported and assigned as your active character. Now, you may get a warning here, or an error, that your character was not imported. If you do get that, don't panic. It just means they aren't set to public. Now, there is a bug in either Wayfinder or the character tool that it will not recognize it being set to public. To solve that, back in our character tool, if you remember from the first video, you're just going to go into this tools menu, hit privacy, and uncheck and check public, and then click save changes. Just do that and then import again, your character, it will work. So now that we've imported our character, we want to import our companion, and that's going to be the same process should you have an animal companion. Switch back to our character, we're going to go home, and from this screen we're going to open up our companion, who I've named Dogmeat, and we are going to do the exact same thing. We are going to grab this URL, and once again we're going to type exclamation point import, paste that URL, and you can see we get another message: the companion has been successfully imported and assigned as your active companion. So now any command that we run through Wayfinder when you were playing the game are going to reference all of the numbers for your character and your companion. And another command we're just going to show off here real quick is the help command. So you can type exclamation point help, and you'll get a message here that says a list of commands has been sent to your private messages. So if we switch over to our DMs here, we can see that we have this nice little breakdown of all of the commands that you can do with Wayfinder. And it has links in it. You have a link to the character tool, and you have a link to the wiki for Wayfinder here that will explain some of these a little easier. So let's show off some of these commands. So the first thing you can do is that if you need help with a specific command, you can type exclamation point help, and let's say we want to figure out how to do a strike. You can type strike. And if we go to our DMs, we have that same breakdown of strike. So how you read this is the command begins with an exclamation point. It can either be strike or just a capital S. The name of the strike is going to be the name of your weapon in the character tool. So if you name your weapon +1 spear, you're going to type +1 spear in the strike name, and then arguments are anything extra that you want to put in, and really the only argument you're going to worry about is at the end of your strike. If you type -C down here, it is going to pull from your companion sheet instead of your character. So let's make some strikes real quick. So we can go back to our, I have a little bot spam page set up in our Discord for playing, so we can just throw all of our commands in here. So we can type strike, help if I spell these right, +1 spear. And you can see that we get a little breakdown. We have Testerson strikes with a +1 spear. We can see its traits, that it's thrown. We didn't exactly roll very well. I rolled a 2. It's going to put in all of your bonuses here, so we get a +5 bonus and then a 1 from our +1 spear for a total of 8. And then it's going to roll the piercing damage here, and the totals are these numbers. And just to show off what a companion strike looks like, we can type exclamation point, try capital S instead of the full word strike, and we'll say Jaws -C. And this references Dogmeat, that he attacks with his jaws, and you can see the breakdown of that same thing is going to give you the attack roll and the damage roll right there. You can also make skill checks with the check command, so we can type exclamation point check. You don't need to type in the entire name of the thing that you were looking for. The bot will grab whatever is closest. And so if we want to make a athletics check, we could just type ATHL, part of athletics. And we can see this is Tessa's athletics check, and she's actually getting a penalty for this. And the way that's going to read is +(-1). So the 14 becomes a 13, thanks to her armor penalty. We can also do saves with the save command when we don't need to type the entire thing. So we could type will. Tess makes a will save for a total of 15. And if we wanted to make that same roll, that same will save, as our companion, we would type in exclamation point, save, will, and then that -C at the end, and you can see that Dogmeat now makes a will check. And the last thing we can do is we can actually send our entire character sheet to Discord should we want. So we could type character, exclamation point character, and this will give you a very basic sheet. It doesn't include any of your equipment or your weapons. Those are actually separate commands. So if we want to look at Tessa's inventory, we can type exclamation point inventory. And this gives us a nice little breakdown of how much money she is carrying under this currency label, and then a list of all of her items and their level. So we should actually set this +1 spear to a level 2 item, but that's something we can do later when you're noticing these things. You can refine them down so everything looks nice and all of the rules are correct. And if you want to look at all of the sheets at once, you can type exclamation point sheets. And this will tell you all of the characters that are linked. Because I've been playing with this for a while, you can see that there's a lot. These ones in bold down here are active. So we can see that Tess Testerson is our character and Dogmeat is our companion. So that's about all we're going to do for this video. This is mostly to show you how to set your character to being active in the Discord, so all of the rolls will be done with your character's numbers. If you just want to roll some dice and they're not attached to anything in your character sheet, there is a exclamation point roll command, and you can type in just the normal format for dice. So if we want to roll 3d6, we can just type in exclamation point roll 3d6, and when we run that, Wayfinder will just generate some random numbers and give you a total. You can do that with modifiers too, so, again, if we want to roll 1d20 plus 10, it'll roll a d20 plus 10 and give you that result. That is going to be it for this video. The best way to learn how to use all of these commands is just mess around with it. For the people playing in this campaign, there is a channel called Bot Spam. That's what I'm using to do all of these. Just go nuts. Just mess around. Familiarize yourself with it. And in the next video, we are going to look at this from the Game Master side and learn how to use the Encounter Manager. So see y'all then.